when you post something that is unpalatable, something that is vulgar, toxic, yeah, you post something that even you yourself, you can't even allow your mother to watch it. We want a situation whereby if a person who posts vulgar content can be banned. My name is Bob Ndolo. I'm the petitioner, Ban TikTok in Kenya. Today we are supposed to appear before the committee, Public Petitions Committee. We're supposed to give our submissions as per the requirements of the committee. Thank you.
Do you trust the process? Do you think that you'll actually win this case?
Actually, we are at the right place. You know, Parliament is a place where laws are being made. So we are at the right place. Whatever we'll present to the committee, they will later on sit down, come up with the regulations, take it back to Parliament. If there's a bill that is supposed to be enacted, then the due process of law will follow its own. Yeah.
So the question for many young people is why ban TikTok, it being a revenue earner for most of the young people right now in this community when the unemployment rate is really low?
Basically, why ban TikTok? Actually, on our petition, when we presented it, it was ban TikTok in Kenya. But we've had a lot of cries from TikTokers, yeah, who've been coming around telling us that can we reconsider. What we are going to do, we are going to amend our petition from ban TikTok in Kenya to regulate TikTok in Kenya. So we are not banning TikTok. What we want it moderated so that the content that our people consume, majorly children and teenagers, yeah, we need very clean content, yeah, going forward. Yes.
So by clean content, what exactly do you mean when you say clean content?
At the moment, the content that is going around in TikTok is too explicit. Sexually, yeah, there is a lot of sexual and pornographic, yeah, content, yeah, that is not really good for the public. I'm very sure recently over the weekend, you must have witnessed, yeah, a very vulgar video from CHIRA, yeah. I don't think such kind of content, yeah, it's something that anybody would want to see. And for those who are on that platform, yeah, majority are doing some good content, yeah, but minority, for example, and I quote like someone like CHIRA, those are very dirty content, and those are the regulations that we want to put in place. Thank you.
Just to ask this, you've mentioned CHIRA is one of the content creators. I believe there's so many content creators that have benefited from TikTok platform. I don't know, in your petition, do you maybe have plans, maybe you want measures to have maybe some of the content creators, example, CHIRA, to have a lifetime ban?
Yeah, I can give that.
Thank you very much. I think what Bob Ndolo and team we are trying to advocate is a proper use of the social media platform. And if you all know, TikTok has a very big influence in Kenya. And as much as we can say we are a third world country, we will not just let any application be used in the country in the name of helping us, but 98% of what is doing is damaging the society. We have our values, we have our morals, we have our cultures. So there's what TikTok can do, and there's what Kenya government can do. You understand? In countries like Saudi Arabia and most of the Muslim countries, there's some things you cannot just throw in the public. And that is why we are calling on in the government, Kenya government, and saying, you know what, fine, we've agreed TikTok is a platform that cuts from both sides. It has its good sides and bad sides, but we also need you as a government to ensure that we regulate what flows in the society. You understand? We want the government to take charge and go after people who are doing content that are harmful to the society. Unless these contents hit you and hit your children, it's when you will know it is very, very serious. So we are not in any way fighting we are not in any way fighting any social media platform, but as a country we have to say we also have to regulate what goes on, what streams, what you show, what information, because we have a younger generation that is highly influenced by the social media platform, and we cannot just let any broken person come and spread his energy to our generation. We need to use this platform for the benefit of our society, to educate our society, to empower our society, and to safeguard the future of this country with what runs and flows. And I think that is where most people are not getting it. Secondly, we are here to advocate for better pay for content creators. We cannot have other countries where content creators are paid better, and just because we are in an African country, we have to take the peanuts that they are giving us, and we are the biggest social media user on those platforms. We want to say, no, enough is enough. As a content creator, as an artist, I demand better compensation or better revenue depending on what content I produce. So those are the things that it's a high time we take the bull by its horn and say enough is enough. We need equality on how you compensate content creators in Europe, how you compensate them in America, and how we compensate them in Africa. So there's what the creators of those platforms need to do, and there's what we as a country and as a government need to do to make the field a fair playing ground. That's what I think Bob Ndolo and team we are talking about. And we just hope Kenyans will listen to this and understand that we are not here to throw anybody to become jobless. We are here to safeguard and demand for equal shares in everything that you throw in our face. It is a product. We are the customers. We are the consumers. So we demand equal rights. Thank you.
Okay, you talked about the Ban CHIRA. Okay. Okay, what we are trying to do is that those who are creating toxic content, yeah, that's the reason why we are here. We want the committee to come up with different laws, yeah, on how they can regulate social media, and not only TikTok. When we talk of the entire social media, we want a situation whereby once those laws are passed, then Kenyans will abide to the laws, yeah? For example, when you post something that is unpalatable, something that is vulgar, toxic, yeah? You post something that even you, yourself, you can't even allow your mother to watch it, yeah? Then the laws that are going to be passed here, we want a situation whereby if a person who posts vulgar content can be banned from TikTok for even a period of 1 year. And that would be a very good lesson, yeah? So those who are posting toxic content, I'm very sure that going forward, yeah, with the laws that are going to be passed, yeah, and what we are going to share with the committee, it's really going to help the social media. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. I think in addition to what my colleagues have said, we are also saying that the government has to come clean and tell youths where this money is. Because this government talks about youths being able to make money online. But we are not seeing the money, you know. What TikTokers are paid is not money from TikTok. It's money from other TikTokers. People watch and give them lion and roses and all that. It is not money that comes from TikTok. And TikTok makes a lot of money from Kenyans. And you know, by Kenyan laws, if you're making money from Kenyans or in Kenya, you should pay taxes. TikTok does not pay tax in this country, but they make a lot of money from Kenyans. So how can the government help us to ensure that we comply? TikTok complies to even our taxation laws by paying taxes from money they make from Kenyans. If you look at, compare TikTok and YouTube, YouTube has a write-up, a manual on how to monetize, you know, and TikTok doesn't have that. So Kenyans are told, youths are under pressure to go in TikTok to make money, and there's no guideline on how to monetize money. You know, so you find people, it has also resulted in laziness. People wake up in the morning, they sit there the whole day on TikTok looking for money that they can't trace because there is no guideline at all. So these are the things we are talking about. she's talked about the revenue model, for TikTok revenue model. It is very unfair. What here Kenyans are paid by gifts, but in Europe, they are paid per view. You know of Kenyans who are outside, there are some in Germany, I don't want to mention their names. They are making money from the views they get here in Kenya, and they are paid per view. They're not paid per token and per gifts. And so looking at it in wholesome, these are things we need to discuss. There are issues about security. I mean, if you log in TikTok, anybody will know where you are through your IPS address. You know, there is no firewall protection that can guard the country. And that exposes the country security apparatus to very bad people. You know, we are talking about terrorism and all these issues.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So maybe a question as we finish. Yeah. So vulgarity and pornographic material can be relative. It can be different for you and different for me. How are your regulations going to cut across all this?
I think that's why we are saying there's what TikTok can do and there's what the government of Kenya can do. And that depends on our morals and our African values. You understand? You cannot tell me that what you do in Europe is what we do in Africa, or what we do in Kenya is what you do in Saudi Arabia. They have laws. You go to Saudi Arabia, you know, I can't walk without a hijab. I can't walk like this. So those are the things that we need to regulate as a country. We need to have a task force that will be able to watch and pull down such issues, because at the end of the day, what you like, keep it in your bedroom or keep it in your head. But as much as we have freedom of expression, there's boundaries to what we can allow and what can be thrown in our faces. And making it worse, it is a foreign platform that is giving us the opportunity to do that. We also have to be able to say no. There are boundaries, there are limits of what you can throw in the face of Kenyans, because you can't just wake up and today and say, I want to slaughter you, or I want to pour hot water on your face. There are things that you can do: physical abuse, mental abuse, you understand, psychological abuse with such content is what we are calling on the Kenyan government and say, you know what, please protect us, protect the youth, protect women, protect Kenyans. And that is where the government of Kenya needs to come in and say, fine, we are going to allow all these foreign platforms, but according to our values and traditions and our laws. Understand? Why is it that they can be able to run to Kenya to say we want to do business, but they cannot be able to run to other countries where they've been stopped? Because there are laws you have to abide. So we have to guard our country with so much love and so much zeal, and we have to protect what we believe in and how you are raised. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing how this goes.
Thank you.
Aye.
Thank you.